Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to another post-session of catching Pokemon, evolving Pokemon, and in general, just a lot of other stuff with Pokemon. First up we have Cleffa. You can find Cleffa in Mount Moon. It has a 5% chance of appearing. Kind of a low chance, but if you keep looking you should be able to find it. Cleffa has a baby form. Its baby form is called Cleffa, which, not really a big fan of Cleffa. I don't really see why both Clefairy and Jigglypuff have baby forms. It just seems kind of a little unnecessary. I can understand Pichu being a thing because Pikachu is like the most popular Pokemon of all time, but not really these two. Not really Cleffa and Igglybuff. I'm not really a big fan of them. Anyway, gonna name this after YouTube user MadameToadstool. But I'm just going to call Cleffa Madame Petch for Madame Peach, another name that she kind of goes by. And we have a Sunstone that I'm going to be using on Tamal, the Sunkern. It took a very, very, very long time to get this Sunstone. I went to the bug catching contest, and I swear I just could not win it for the life of me. But at some point, I finally got it, and I was finally able to evolve Sunkern into Sunflora. Speaking of evolutions, I went ahead and trained K-Man the Diglett up to its Dugtrio level. It evolves at... it's either 26 or 28. I want to say it's 26. Either way, though, that 3-level range is where it's at, so you should be able to get it there before too long. I went ahead and took a trip back to Azalea Town because I realized that I never actually got this. You can actually get a charcoal from the Cut Master's little assistant for helping with the whole Farfetch thing much early on in the game. And charcoal basically increases the power of your fire-type moves. Here we are in Dragon's Den. This is the first rival scene I talked about in the last video, where if you go to Dragon's Den on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can actually find them training here. It's a sweet little thing, but I kind of like what they do in Golden, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver a bit more. Here we have the guy at the top of the Celadon Mansion. If you come here at night, he'll actually tell you a ghost story. And if you listen to his ghost story, he'll give you a TM. Not the most helpful TM, but, you know, it is what it is. He gives you TM03, which is Curse, which I believe has a different effect based on who it's given to. Like, if you give it to Ghost-type Pokemon, they'll actually gain the Curse ability where you put a curse on your opponents at the expense of half of your HP. If you give it to Slowbro, though, you get this curse move that's like, it raises like special defense, or it raises certain stats and it also lowers other stats. It's kind of a weird move how it changes based on whoever's using it. Also, I am here with Bill's grandpa. I am showing him some of the Pokemon I've collected. The first Pokemon he asked for is a Pokemon with a long tongue. That's Lickitung. He gives you an Everstone for that. Second Pokemon he asked for is a green bulb with leaves growing out. That's Oddish. And if you show him an Oddish, you get a Leaf Stone, which you can use on Gloom, Execute, and Weepinbell. Here he's asking for a Pokemon that has a red sphere that's shaped like a star. That Pokemon is obviously Staryu. You can find Staryu at night fishing in some spots. It's not too hard to find, and you get a Water Stone for that. He actually asked for these Pokemon randomly, I believe. So next we have a Pokemon that's very loyal to its trainer, and it's supposed to roar well. That is actually Growlithe. Now, if you're playing the Silver version, I believe it'll ask for something that fits the description of Vulpix, not Growlithe. So that's how you get the Firestone in that game. And the last Pokemon it's going to ask for is actually a Pokemon we do not have yet. Do you know the hugely popular Pokemon? The Pokemon that has a yellow body and red cheeks? I would like to see what it looks like before it evolves, so we're going to need to get a Pichu before we can make this trade. But now that we have all these stones, I'm going to actually use them to evolve some of my Pokemon. I can't do all of my Pokemon, unfortunately. So I'm going to evolve PixlPlume the Gloom into a Vileplume. That's a very weird rhyming statement. I'm going to use the Water Stone to evolve Hypnotoad the Poliwhirl into a Poliwrath. Look at how muscular it is. I still like Poliwhirl better, though. I just like the design of Poliwhirl a lot better. And finally, I'm going to use the Firestone on MalkanorBek the Vulpix and evolve it into Ninetales. I think it's actually funny that Vulpix was an exclusive in Silver, and I'm evolving it over Growlithe and even for one of the Eevee evolutions. But, you know, I really love Ninetales. Ninetales is probably my favorite of those 3 fire Pokemon. And I also got an extra Moonstone, so I'm going to use the 2 Moonstones I currently have on both Nidorino and Nidorina, so I can get Nidoking and Nidoqueen, respectively. And I still need to raise Cleffa, so that's why I didn't choose getting Clefable just yet, so it just honestly made more sense like this. So now we're going to evolve Rinslet the Nidorina, we evolve TheTwiKing the Nidorino into Nidoking, and we have Rinslet the Nidorina is now a Nidoqueen, so hooray for that. And we have one more evolution here before we get started, perhaps one of the most time-consuming evolutions. At level 55, Dragonair evolves into Dragonite. Thank you for watching. Let's get this actual video started. Sorry for the wait. Hello everybody! Pokemon Trainer Rob here. Welcome back to more of the Pokemon Gold playthrough. Hope you enjoyed that little post segment in between the last 2 recording sessions. And now we're going to move on. We are here back in Pewter City, and I have made my decision. I'm going to actually go from Pewter City south, and then kind of make my way around, go through the water routes, and get to Fuchsia from there. And then I'll explore the last 2 routes via just one at a time once I get to Fuchsia. Like those 2 routes to the left and right of Fuchsia City anyway. Regardless, you'll see what I'm doing. You'll see what I have planned. It's not really that hard to figure out. But before we do anything, we need to take on the Pewter City Gym Leader. Let's go ahead and read this sign. Pewter City Pokemon Gym, Leader Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. We should remember good old Brocky from the Pokemon Blue playthrough. Yo, Champion Making, you're really rockin'. Are you battling the gym leaders of Kanto? They're strong and dedicated people, just like Johto's gym leaders. Well, thanks for telling me absolutely nothing about the gym leader we're going to be fighting today. Let me go ahead and look at my team. I think I'm actually going to use... I'm going to use King Kienzan for this. I'll let Terran kind of take on this gym leader. And first we have the Light Years guy. The trainers of this gym use Rock-type Pokemon. The Rock-type has high defense. Battles could end up going a long time. Are you ready for this? You bet I'm ready for this. So you may have noticed when I went to my team very quickly, I do have Cleffa in my party right now. Because of the nature of the grinding I have to do, which is basically me just doing the Elite Four over and over and over again, I couldn't exactly raise Cleffa very well because there's not a lot of walking around. Obviously, Cleffa can't exactly fight the Elite Four by itself, so I can't really raise its happiness in the most optimal fashion. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm essentially just going to have it in my party as I travel around. That should raise the happiness quite a bit considering, and we'll just see what happens with that. Okay, well we beat Camper Jerry. Is there like a trainer name after all the Seinfeld characters? Because there was definitely an Elaine during the water routes of Johto, and I think there was a George too. All we need to find is a Kramer, and that's probably gonna be a hard name to find. But regardless, we have Brock right here. We can very easily get to him. He only has that one weak-ass trainer that he always has. Wow, it's not often that we get a challenger from Johto. I'm Brock, the Pewter Gym Leader. I'm an expert on Rock-type Pokemon. My Pokemon are impervious to most physical attacks. You'll have a hard time inflicting any damage. Come on! Of course, though, if you have a grass or water-type Pokemon, Brock is really not a challenge. Hell, even Scizor should be doing just fine. I don't exactly know what Steel is strong against, but it's strong against rock or ground. It's strong against one of them because super effective, as you can see. I guess we'll find out, because Brock doesn't just have rock and ground types. He has some rock and water types, too. We have Amistar. Amistar is a water-rock fossil-type Pokemon. It's one of the Pokemon you actually have to get from Red, Blue, and Yellow, because there are no fossils in this game. So you have to actually trade specifically from that game in order to get both Amistar and Kabutops. And it turns out that, yeah, Steel is strong against ground, not rock. It just does neutral damage against rock. Oh well, it's good that we know. It's good that we know now. Unfortunately, I think Terran might actually have to bite the bullet here, because I don't think he's going to be able to survive this. Oh no, he did. Oh yeah, that's right, because the first Surf that hit me was a critical hit, so that's why he didn't survive it. I might be okay, though. It all depends on what these last few Pokemon have at their disposal. Next up we have Onix. It wouldn't be Brock without an Onix, I suppose. Level 44. I think that's the same exact level as the one Bruno has. So, regardless, not very difficult. Could easily take it out. And what is the last Pokemon we're dealing with? Rhyhorn. Okay, well, frickin' Rhyhorn at level 41? I mean, 41 jokes aside, that's not exactly, great. Shouldn't it have evolved by this point? Or no, I think he evolves at 42. Okay, no, this is a proper level for Rhyhorn, but still, you would think that if he just raised it one more level, he'd have a more powerful Pokemon in his possession. But yeah, nice sweep there, Terran. I think you did this in like less than 5 minutes in terms of video time, so my god, you are a beast. So that was very nice. We get the Boulder Badge, which was the very first badge we got in Kanto. Now it's like the 5th badge we get in Kanto. Rob, thanks. I enjoyed battling you, even though I am a bit upset. That Boulder Badge will make your Pokemon even more powerful. How? That doesn't exactly give me any information. Just saying. Also, there is something worth mentioning. I think it's this guy right here. Ah, you came all the way here from Johto? That brings back memories. When I was young, I went to Johto to train. You remind me so much of what I was, like as a young man. Here, I want you to have this item I found in Johto. We get the Silver Wing. Now, this is the item we actually need to make Lugia appear. If you're playing the Silver version, you'll already have the Silver Wing. It's what you get instead of the Rainbow Wing. But in the Silver version, this guy will give you the Rainbow Wing instead. So it's basically the other legendaries. So we can now go back to Johto and catch Lugia if we really wanted to. But I'm going to hold on to that for right now. Hold on to that thought. And I'm going to be working on Kanto for the moment. We're already here in Kanto. Might as well continue to work in Kanto. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put Swampire in first. He hasn't done anything in a while. It'd be nice to get him a little bit of experience. We have some bug catchers here. If you walk in tall grass wearing shorts, you get nicks and cuts? I mean, it depends. If the grass is, like, sharp or you're, you know, crawling around in poison oak or something. Or thorn bushes. But we're on Route 2 right now. There are a few Pokemon, actually no, just one Pokemon worth mentioning that you can get on this route. And that Pokemon would actually be Pikachu. This is the route where you can get Pikachu. The Viridian Forest is not really an area this time around. It's kind of just a little, there's a small nod to it, but it's not really a dungeon/area anymore. It's kind of just a small little nod to what the forest once was. But Route 2 has all the Pokemon you can pretty much get in the Viridian Forest in the first generation. So you have all your bug Pokemon, you have Pikachu, you even have the Pidgeys and Pidgeotos as well. So it's an interesting area, but I'm not going to really worry about getting Pikachu right now. Pikachu does have a 5% chance of appearing, which is not very high. So that's why I'm going to kind of avoid it for right now. But let's go ahead and keep on taking out Beedrill here. Screw you, Beedrill. Destroy, destroy, destroy. So we're going to be making a lot of significant progress in this recording session, I feel like. Okay, yeah, here we are in Viridian Forest. As you can see, it's kind of, it's very, very small, but it is definitely the same idea of what it once was. Let's see. Okay, sure, we'll have a Pizen Berry. Gotta love those Pizen berries. Ooh, Dire Hits. Dire Hit's a hold item, I believe. I think we may have even gotten a Dire Hit before, so maybe I don't really need to go into detail about it, what it does. But, oh yeah, it ups the critical hit ratio for one battle. So it's interesting, but nothing I'm really that focused on right now. And there we go. We're pretty much out of Viridian Forest now. I think there are still a few trainers, though, like you. Why don't girls like bug Pokemon? I'm sure there are a few girls that do. I mean, a lot of people think that girls really hate bugs, but to be honest, I really, really, really hate bugs, so... that doesn't mean I'm a girl, it just means that I don't like bugs, because they're annoying. I don't like how they try to get inside your house all the time. It's just annoying. I even hate, like, those little gnat-like bugs that just kind of, like, fly around. They don't exactly do anything, but they're just an annoyance. A general annoyance. I hate flies. I'm not really the biggest fan of spiders, although they're not really qualified as bugs. They're more like arachnids, but still... oh my god, I've gone over and over the ladybug incident that I had in college with just ladybugs all over my frickin' room. So, yeah. Oh, and this is a bug catcher named Rob. That does not seem right to me. Of course, while I'm going over the, my hatred for bug types, or just bugs in general, we fight a trainer named, Bug Catcher Rob. Of course. Interesting how that works out. But yeah, you've, seen pretty much what the, Viridian Forest has been reduced to. Reduced to kind of a 1 or 2 screen area that's just like a small little maze. Doesn't even have, like, wild encounters like it did before. And with that, Route 2, Viridian City, Computer City. We are in Viridian City, and oh my god. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. Hey kid, I just had a double shot of espresso, and I'm wired. I need to talk to you someone, so you'll have to do. I might not look like much now, but I was an expert at catching Pokemon. Yes, I do. Good, good, yes, I was something out of the ordinary, let me tell you. Oh, right, he's the guy that was, so eager about teaching us how to capture Pokemon in the first gen. This gym didn't have a leader until recently. A young man from Pallet became a leader, but he's often away. Let's see here. Viridian City, Pokemon Gym, leader... ... The rest of the text is illegible. Okay, that's... yeah, illegible. That's what the word is. I can read words, don't worry. And yeah, sure enough, well, we can enter the gym. But as you can see, there's no one here. Apparently the leader really likes his Legos. Because the whole gym is made out of Legos for the most part. So yeah, here we are in good old Viridian City. On the road to Viridian City. Although we're already in Viridian City. Do you put a lot of thought into naming your Pokemon? Giving them good nicknames add to the fun of trading with others. I'm sure it does. They're Speary a Spearow and Ratty a Rattata. Aww. Kiki! And then we have... Chichoon! Oh, you silly Pokemon. You silly Pokemon in your silly maze games. I don't know where that came from. Not a whole lot to explore here in Viridian City. I mean, it was a pretty small, unimportant town in the first generation as well. Pretty much the same idea in this game. Oh, I thought there would be another item on there, like in the first gen. Guess not. Oh, that guy might be worth talking to. I'm not gonna go get cut to talk to him, though. I want to talk to him this way. Yawn. I must have dozed off in the sun. I had this dream about a drowsy eating my dream. Weird, huh? Huh? What's this? Where did this TM come from? This is spooky. Here, you can have this TM. And we get TM42, which I believe is Dream Eater. TM42 contains Dream Eater, zzz, and he's already gone. Silly, silly man. So yeah, not really worried about Dream Eater. None of my team really revolves around putting Pokemon to sleep, so it's not really a strategy I see using to my advantage at any point in this playthrough. Oh, what's this? Trainer House, the club for top trainer battles. We'll go ahead and see what's here. I guess you can't become the champ unless you go all over the place and battle all kinds of people. The champion from Pala traveled to all the cities and towns in Kanto. Are you talking about the first Pokemon trainer, Rob? Phew! I'm taking a rest from Pokemon battles. Yeah, you are. Here we have a PC. Oh wow, you can actually access the PC from here. They hold practice battles downstairs here. I would love to see how well a trainer from Johto battles. Well, now that you mention it, I'm a trainer from Johto. Hi, welcome to our training hall. You may battle a trainer once per day. Cal is your opponent today. Would you like to battle? Sure. So yeah, I'm guessing you just battle someone every single day. Oh wow. I traveled out here just so I could battle you. He looks like me. He is me. Pokemon Trainer Cal. Meganium. Okay, I'm guessing he has all the starters. Level 50. Well, I mean, this is a good way to get experience, I suppose. You have to fight level 50 Pokemon, but, it's just one battle. And yet your Pokemon have to be pretty high level for it to even work out anyway. Okay, next we have Typhlosion. Let's go ahead and get Glimmer out here. Is it kind of bad that I didn't realize this was here? I didn't really even think about it. I thought it was just a random house where you could go in, but since it's not Generation 1, where you start out in this area, it just kind of says stuff like, well, this is a trainer house, you look too advanced, you can't do anything. But no, it's definitely way more than that, for sure. Way more than that. Let's go ahead and use Spark on Feraligatr. Or Feraligatr. I don't know. I know it's supposed to be Feraligatr, but that ending of Feraligatr has always bugged me. With there's no O in between the T and the R. It feels like there should be, but there's not. Kind of like in Victory Bell, where I feel like there should be 2 L's at the end of Victory Bell, but there's only 1. I think it's just because of naming conventions, obviously. Oh, Kenji. Hey, buddy. I don't really want to hear about your Machoke right now. Just saying, it's not really in my best interest.